the second week in a row that's happened. How's it going?
We're off to a great start.
We're off to a Betherific start. I have a new webcam and I'm trying to figure out how to make stuff look a little bit more situated. So bear with me just one moment.
There you go.
Is that a little too close?
Now I'm too high up.
That's a little, no, don't mess with that. That's my work chair. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Hi, everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us. Rebecca and I will be joined later.
I need to say the whole name.
What do you want me to say?
Becca.
Oh, Bekah and I might be joined a little bit later by my mother. She's not feeling so great today, so she asked if she might stop by in a little while. Why are you looking at me like that?
Just here, Mom.
You're just here. I guess she's not feeling it either, and she's just. Are you just humoring me today? Is that basically what you're doing?
I'm happy to be here.
You're happy to be here. Okay, good. Well, that's all that matters. And I am currently looking to remember how to start the watch party. Stream manager. Haha, I got it. Start watch party. The Wheel of Time. And if you guys caught us last week, we were watching season 1, episode 1 of the Wheel of Time. Season 2 is coming out in about 4 weeks. So we are rewatching all of the first 8 episodes of the first season. This week we're only going to watch 1 episode, but probably starting next week we're going to start watching 2 episodes so that we can make sure that we're totally done by the time season 2 starts. So anyway, without further ado, we're just going to jump right into it. And we're just going to start watching episode 2. So let's recap real quick. Episode 1. We met our 5 main characters known as the Emmonsfield 5, or the Two Rivers 5, I guess, in the show. Emmonsfield is the name of the town they're from in the books, and they've kind of like simplified things and just called it the Two Rivers in the show. We met Nynaeve, who was the Wisdom.
Love her.
Egwene, who was the young woman who went through her woman's right trial, where she got pushed off the cliff into the water. We met Egwene. We met Rand, who is Egwene's love interest.
Mine too.
We met Matt, who's kind of like the scoundrel who saved his 2 sisters. We met Perrin, who is the blacksmith, who unfortunately, the term I believe that's used is called fridged, his wife, Layla. And we also met Moiraine and Lan. And Moiraine is an Aes Sedai, which is basically like a magic user. And Lan is her warder. He's the magic that Moiraine has access to grants him some extra abilities in reflex and doesn't have to sleep as much and stuff like that. And he's basically her protector. So the village was attacked by Trollocs. There were a lot of people who were unalived and injured in that battle. And at the very end, the 5 young people took off, left the village with Moiraine and Lan, and that is where we are about to pick up. So without further ado,
It was a great summary.
thank you.
Good job.
Thank you very much. Without further ado, we're just going to dive right into it. Start watch party.
Headphone me.
That's going to be really loud. I'm just letting you know. You might just want to do one. I don't need them. I've got this. Video failed. Open watch party in a new tab. And start watching. And I'm going to move this down here.
Can you make it full screen?
Yes. That's the best I can do because I need this is where I'll see chat.
these things the next day?
They're here for the same reason as I am. The dragon has been born again, and it's one of you. We leave now.
What just happened?
Mm.
We just lost our picture. Let's try this again. That's weird. Okay. Technical difficulties. Oh, here we go. That's so strange.
This episode is crazy.
Yeah. Such a cute looking little kid.
From the Lord, Captain. For your victory today. May you always walk in the light, sir.
So creepy. I love him. I love him.
Tried this? There's a brutality to the dish. Because the flavor
Yep.
doesn't come only from the bird. Its bones and beak and feet cut the inside of your
Yep.
mouth. Not so much that it hurts, just enough that you bleed. Don't be afraid, girl. An Aes Sedai should know above all others that sometimes brutality is the only path to mercy.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
I saw
Right.
7.
7. Watch in the glass. That cinematography is actually pretty good. You can see her on fire in the reflection. So welcome to Introduction to the Children of the Light. They're everybody's favorite super zealous autocratic society.
What does that mean?
They're religious zealots.
Oh, autocratic?
No, like one way, only one way to rule things. Their way or no way.
Got it.
Oh, and last week we didn't even get to appreciate the
So nice.
the music is actually really, really, really good.
That's so pretty.
Yeah. Seven Ajas. The 7 different societies of the Aes Sedai. Each color represents a different kind of path.
Okay.
Bless you.
This has been so long.
Yeah, mine have been pretty bad too. Okay, here we go.
How much time?
Not enough.
Then we need to
Hello, Daniel Henney. Frolics. horses must be absolutely exhausted.
Walls won't stop Trollocs. The only thing they fear is deep water.
I wonder they smell like piss. Oh.
So people might be wondering where Nynaeve is after I had just mentioned her.
Me then.
We need to cross
Nynaeve got dragged away by a Trolloc
Son will be here soon.
about 3/4 of the way through
twice that when we're
the
safe on the other side.
the last episode. Remember, Moiraine's been injured by a blade.
You're not the type of woman that hears no often.
I am not.
And she has no qualms about showing her ring to the world so she can get her way. Which is a little bit different than the way she conducts herself in the books, but we're not... This is a different take on the books. So we're just gonna enjoy the show.
See, I couldn't get into the book, but I definitely got into the show.
I think you'd get into the book if you read further into it. I know. It's a lot. It's a huge undertaking.
Like reading the Bible. There's so many.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yes, Trollocs can't swim. Oh, this is the first look we get. This is the first glimpse we really get at a Murdral. Let's go. So basically, the Murdral.
Servants of the dark. The riders of Fade. A Fade can force a Trolloc to do most things, but they won't cross that river. Come. We'll take you safely to the next town.
What? No, no, my family.
There's no going back now, Master.
My son is on his way already. He'll be there in a moment. You have to help me. We can't leave him.
If you go back, you'll give them a way to follow us. I can't allow it.
Very unfortunate, but also practical.
No, no. It's the only way to get my son across. The white cloaks are right. You asked to die. You monster. Stop.
Don't!
Now, why would he think that he would be safe? That's something that I just don't quite understand.
We need to help him.
He's gone.
I'm Master Hightower. You can tell Maureen's not happy in having to make that decision.
This will slow them, not stop them. We can lose them before they reach another crossing, but we need to move fast.
Come on. Let's go.
You know,
The
they
intense eye contact.
yeah. They filmed this like 4 years ago already. That's how
crazy.
long ago. And it's only one season out. And now with the writer's strike and the SAG-AFTRA strike, even though most of these actors are not affiliated with SAG-AFTRA because those are,
We've lost them.
We'll find a place
it's
to
an
rest while
American
we can.
union,
Be careful,
and most of
everyone.
these
There are things
folks
more
are from
dangerous than
other
Trollocs
parts
in
of the
this
world. I think it's going to delay the release, especially the Writers Guild strike will, because they're not going to write any more new content until the strikes are settled, which is necessary.
So she's giving them energy.
She's basically refreshing them. Yeah, she's making them think they're not
They
tired.
need their
They're still
strength.
tired,
So do you.
but they're yeah.
Just imagine if Nynaeve was here. She'd spend every waking moment disagreeing with the Aes Sedai. She'd make Moiraine's life utter misery.
I saw it. Nynaeve get taken. One of those things just picked her up and tossed her away like she was nothing.
Something that quick. I promise you she didn't feel a thing. We need a plan. Your
Poor
soul's already to
Perrin.
the ferryman.
And he hasn't
Guilt-ridden.
told any of them.
Just if we stay
Not yet.
along.
No.
But if she's right,
If one of us is the dragon reborn,
The most powerful channeler that ever lived.
Moiraine said the Trollocs came for us. And when we left, they did follow us.
Come on. Who even knows what the truth is? They say the last dragon broke the world, but the next one will save it.
well, I heard the dragon's gonna have wings. Looking round at you lot, I don't see a feather.
Forget what you've heard about the dragon. For she or he will be all of those things, and none of them. Now sleep. You're going to need it. We leave at first light.
Sneaky, sneaky Rand. I do love Rosamund Pike as Maureen, though. She does a great job.
It's all right.
Come. Sit.
Are you going to kill us like you did that ferryman?
What do you know of the three oaths?
They're the promises made by the Aes Sedai to end Arthur Hawkwing's siege of the White Tower.
And what are
We learn
they?
more about Arthur Hawking later.
To not kill, to not lie.
Exact verbiage. Words are important, and how we use them is important.
I don't know.
1. To speak no word that is not true. 2. To make no weapon with which one person may kill another. 3. Never to use the One Power as a weapon, except in the last extreme defense of her life, or the life of her warder, or another Aes Sedai. These oaths are bound by the One Power itself. It's not that we do not break them, it's that we cannot break them. I did not kill that ferryman. He wasted his own life on a foolish cause.
He was just trying to get to his family.
If I had allowed him to take his ferry and cross the river, what would have happened?
The Trollocs would have killed him.
Yes, and then?
Followed us.
Exactly.
Hey,
The power inside you.
No
It's the
problem.
smallest
Welcome
part of
to
your
the
strength.
party. It's just
It's your
Bekah and I
mind
today. My mom
and
might
how
make
you use it
an
will mean
appearance
much
in a
more
little
in your
while.
trust zone.
But we're
Power
about
inside me.
15 minutes
What do you
into
call it?
episode 2 right now.
This
Ooh, look at that. I'm
skill.
good. I said
Wisdom's
15
how
minutes.
to predict the weather.
They listen to the wind.
You see, women all over the world have different names for it. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing for all of us. One thing. One power. And women like you and I, we're lucky enough to be able to touch it.
I'm no Aes Sedai.
But you could be. Touching the source will come to you whether you want it to or not.
There's certain Aes Sedai are born with the ability to channel, like Egwene, and other women can be taught to channel.
Look at the stone. Look at its surface. It's clear.
I never would
and
have guessed that,
limpid,
Lumen.
like the water of a river. Imagine yourself floating in that river.
Do you hear the parallelisms?
Let it take you. No thoughts. Just let yourself drift. Clear your mind of everything. There are no woods. There is no hunger. No exhaustion. There is only the stone and the sound of rushing water. Let it take you. Surrender. Let yourself drift. Drift.
That's exactly what she did last week in the
I
river.
thought I felt something, but
Those first two, those were mine. That last, that was yours. And yours alone. You don't listen to the wind, Egwene. It's the wind that listens to you.
You doing?
Look at the carpet. No.
Sorry, we have a dog licking a rug over here. We love the wind listening to Egwene.
sorry.
It's all right. I just, I came out here to be alone. Egwene,
It's all right. I understand.
Poor Egwene. Poor Rand. They're not going to get much sleep tonight. Just enough for this.
Are you all right?
Absolutely, Lumen. I wonder how many people thought he was going to turn into a Trolloc in this first season because he had been bitten or scratched by a Trolloc, like not knowing the source or where they come from. And yeah, spoilers, guys. This is a rewatch party. It's not like watching for the first time party. So if you have not seen this, I apologize ahead of time for
Any spoilers?
any giving away anything. Nala? Oh yeah, I can't watch this part.
Me either. Either.
Yeah.
That was just a dream, though, right?
Yes. Just a dream. Just a dream. But, yeah.
no. How did...
You saw them too.
But it was a dream. Did you do this? Did you put this in our dreams?
Who saw this?
He actually
Oh,
does
all
look
of you?
so young there.
What did you see?
Bats. Their necks just snapped right in midair. Like someone had them in their hands. I could feel the crack.
Was there anyone in your dream? Did anyone speak to you?
There was a man. Eyes like embers. He didn't say anything though.
If this happens again, you tell me straight
I
away.
agree with you, Lumen.
Dreams have power.
Lumen said, haha, what a gross dream. The one sending them is
More
such a
than you know.
dick.
What does that mean?
Come. The horse is arrested.
No! Where are we going?
East. To the river crossing at Whitebridge.
And then?
And then to the White Tower.
To the White
told you.
Tower.
And then what? Why should we trust you? There's a place for Egwene, maybe. But what does a man do at the White Tower? Other than become an errand boy for the Aes Sedai?
Go where you will then.
See,
That one's a little salty right now. Just a little bit salty.
And time.
You tell him, Moraine.
Well, you got a reaction out of her. Happy?
Suit yourself.
You tell him.
One conversation and you're on her side now. What did she promise you last night? That you're the one? Come on, do you really think she's any better than what's chasing us?
Of course I do. Those monsters killed Nynaeve and Layla and half the people we've ever loved. Moiraine has done nothing.
Sensitive subject.
Tried to keep her safe. Don't you see how pale she's getting? How weak? She's using the one power to keep our strength up at the cost of her own. And she does it. Even with you being the stubborn bastard you are. If I were her, I'd leave you behind too.
You already did.
Ooh. The
Somebody's
little
drama.
salty.
We've got each
A
other.
little
That's it.
salty.
You're right about Moraine. She's not doing any of this for our benefit. She's got a reason she's keeping us all alive, and as soon as that reason's gone, we're as good as dead. Till then, the lady does shoot fireballs, so let's try instead.
Very pragmatic. Very pragmatic, Matt.
Taking it out or something.
Facts, Lumen.
I agree.
Facts. And you see Lan circled back around. He wasn't going to let them go. He wasn't going to let them be on their own.
White cloaks.
Do not speak unless spoken to. And try to answer any question as truthfully as you can. Do not mention the White Tower or Aes Sedai. I am a lady from a fallen house. You're under my care.
All true.
No, let's stop it.
Good afternoon. If you would be so kind as to dismount your horses.
But you're in here and you're not paying
Are you headed
attention
to
to me,
Whitebridge?
Becca.
Yes, sir. I have a sister in the city who we hope will let us stay.
It's a dangerous time to be on the road. War in the south, the Aes Sedai heading in force from the White Tower.
They think
Wars
they
and
can do
witches
whatever
don't
they want to
concern
do,
us, sir.
Lumen, because no one's
We are
challenging.
just hoping to find a safe place to settle for the night before
I
the light
hope
fades.
we see people
Best be on your
like
way.
really challenging them.
I'm sorry. If you would indulge here a moment longer, we have one of the questioners with us today. He will be thorough, but brief.
All those who seek passage through our land must be properly questioned.
This isn't your land.
Children of the light hold sway wherever men walk in the light. Where did you say you were from?
I didn't. But I'm from the borderlands, where men know how to keep their hands to themselves,
That's right.
lest they lose them.
Search the horses. They say the White Tower dispatched 8 sisters to deal with Logain's army to the south. They can't help but get their fingers in others' business. And those others usually end up dead.
Sorry, sir. It's a wound. Pain, it... not healing well.
What happened to you?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. It was a monster, sir. 8 feet tall, with a mouth like a boar. A group of them overtook the village we were in.
This was in the borderlands.
No, sir, no, west of here, near the Mountains of Mist.
Can I see your wound map? Trollocs this far south. The Dark One's eye is truly upon us. What was the name of the town where you came from?
Tarrant Ferry. There were many people hurt there. Perhaps you can help them.
So she didn't really lie, because Tarrant Ferry is one of the towns they passed through.
When you get to Whitebridge, find one. Only one of those women can heal this wound.
Light be with you.
The light is always with you. It needs no instruction. I will not forget your faces should we meet again. Sir, I will take a
Asshole.
contingent of questioners south.
The woman said the Trollocs went west.
You are meant for battle. We questioners have a higher purpose.
It's scary.
It's very scary. Very, very, very creepy. His name, by the way, is Emin Valda. Valda. And the older guy was Jeffrey Bornholt. They're both book characters. She is Lumen.
You said you couldn't break the 3 oaths.
I can't.
You did today.
I did.
That white cloak, you lied to him. You can heal that wound.
We can only heal others. Not ourselves. It's why we usually travel together.
And you have a sister in Whitebridge?
All Aes Sedai are my sisters. We will always tell the truth. It just may not be the truth you think you hear. So listen carefully.
That's right. It really does, Lumen. The music is great. Hey, Harv. How's it going? We are watching episode 2 from season 1 of The Wheel of Time right now.
We are 27 minutes in.
Yeah, we're about
Wait,
a little
check. I want to see.
27.
Ah,
A little. So we're about.
a little more than halfway.
Yep. And oh, okay. This is the best part. You're gonna hear no commentary from me for the next 3 minutes because it's the best part of the entire episode right here.
I don't remember.
Oh my god, it's so good.
We walk the footsteps of our fathers, the trail blazed by our mothers. They bought the land with their blood. Long ago, oh sing of Manatharin, oh weep for the blood of Aemon, oh cry for Manatharin, long ago, long ago.
It's good to remember Manetheren.
It's just a song. No idea who Manetheren is anyway.
In the old tongue, Manetheren means mountain home.
It's right out of the books.
Used to be the name of the place you now call the Two Rivers. During the Trolloc Wars, the army of Manetheren was small but strong. A thorn in the Dark One's hand. So he sent the entirety of his forces to destroy it. But when this massive host arrived, the women and men of the mountain home stood before it, the shallowest bend of the river at their backs, ready to fight. Their king, Aemon, like in the song, had sent messages to the neighbors they'd fought for in the past, and they were promised aid if they could hold for 3 days. And somehow they did. Against that monstrous host they held for an hour, then a second, then a third. For 3 days they fought, and though the land became a butcher's yard, no Trolloc crossed the river. But on the third night, no help had come. So they fought on alone. For 6 days, for 9, and on the 10th day they knew. They knew no help was coming. From the city, Queen Eldrine organized her people to take the children and find refuge in the mountain keeps, though many of them went not to safety, but to join the army fighting for their home. Not a step of ground was given up until it was soaked in blood. But on the 13th day, the army of Manetheren was gone. Queen Eldrine felt her husband die. Driven by grief, she reached out and she hurled the one power at the Trolloc army. A hurricane of fire washed across the land. The Dark One's host ran like beasts, but they were not fast enough, for the flames caught them, consumed them. But Eldrine had drawn more of the one power than any woman could ever hope to wield, and it burnt her right through from the inside out. But the children and their minders hidden in the mountains had been saved. There was nothing left of their farms, their villages, or their great city. But they returned, and they held the land that was theirs. That is why the song says weep. Weep, weep for Manetheren. Weep for what is lost forever. The old
Let's
blood
go.
runs deep in you.
Let's go.
Remember that.
Sorry, that was really loud, y'all.
You'll need it in the days to come.
We love Rosamund Pike as Moraine so freaking much. She can tell a story. I have 2 Lumen. I have all 3 of the audiobooks that she's narrated from this series. She's contracted out to do at least the first 6. I can't wait. You might actually like the books if you listen to her read the books to you.
We're skirting Shadow Lagoth. Is that purposeful?
He's brilliant.
It is too dangerous in the Shadowed City. We cannot go there.
That white cloak. I think he's the one who killed the others.
Did you not see my sister's rings? 7. No.
You were right.
He's not the only one
You
who
go.
had a face he'll remember today.
You see she has a blue stone in hers, and the one in the beginning of the episode had a yellow stone.
Yeah.
That represents what Aja you're part of.
Right.
Aja's a different
And there's
society.
yellow, green,
Red,
and
yellow,
blue.
red, yellow, blue, green, gray, brown, and white.
And then gold was the...
Gold is yellow.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about it?
About what?
Come on, Rand.
What do you want? Do you want me to just go back to the way everything was?
No, I...
Because we can't. You made your decision.
He had actually made her decision before Moraine even showed up.
Get it, right?
Let me think about it.
I'm not going to be Nynaeve's apprentice because she's dead. And so is Layla. And here we are in the middle of nowhere being chased by the monsters that killed them, and you won't even look at me. And I just want you to look at me. And not hate me. I don't need anything more than that.
I could never hate you.
I'm telling you what, if I was 20 years younger, if you want to. Watch this part real quick. Because this is important.
I remember this.
Peppers! You need to wait. You need to wait.
Look at her in the background.
I know, she's ridiculous.
Nala.
Here's the parallelisms.
What? You want to come say hi? You want to come say
She
hi?
probably does need to go
Come
outside.
here. Come here.
Oh,
Everyone
no.
say hi to Nala.
Hey, hi. Oh, not it.
Santa goes with Nala. You got crazy dog face right now. Girl.
Is she going
Okay, you're gonna go let her out? Okay.
She needs sleep. You all do.
Yes, that's my pupper Nala. She's a little bit of a drama dog. But we love her. We do love her.
Oh, I'm slower than I remember.
You did that to yourself. I wasn't paying attention. I forgot that was coming.
We need to get out of here. Right. East to the fallen city of Stargoth.
It's Shatter Logith, just saying. Shadar.
Oh.
What's happening?
I don't know, she just stopped.
Steady, steady.
Bella, come on.
Bella. It's a thing. Bella has a much more significant role in the books than she does in this TV show.
Why are they all just standing there?
Trollocs won't follow us inside.
Where are they going if Trollocs aren't going to follow them? Dun, dun. Exactly. Lumen just did it too. Bella! Someday you'll get it, maybe.
Maybe.
Probably not. But that's okay.
This part's crazy.
Need to change the filter in that.
Listen. There's no birds. There's no bugs. There's nothing. She's barely breathing. We'll stay here.
Why does the building look so much bigger on the inside than it did from the outside? It's not the TARDIS. That's one thing.
If you get it, you get it.
If you get it, you get it. But one thing I didn't understand about their decisions for set designing for this show, they just made things so much smaller than how I picture them in the
Sounds like
books.
the old tongue.
It means shadows waiting. But it was once called Aradol. During the Trolloc Wars, it was the richest, most powerful city in the world. But when the world needed them most, they built their wall with no gate, locked themselves inside,
Or is it the
and let the
TARDIS?
Dun, dun, dun.
It was the people of this city who promised Manetheren aid, and they were the ones who let them die. When the Trolloc Wars ended, survivors came here to find food, shelter. When they knocked, no one answered. When they finally broke through the wall, there was no one inside. It is said that evil itself grew from the city's heart and consumed everyone and everything that lived. Ever since, the city's been abandoned. Not even Trollocs will step foot behind these walls.
A couple of things. One, more words than you've said all day, probably ever. And two, why in Light's name did should have this. Layla made it.
I'm sorry.
She always said she
Just
didn't
waiting.
make weapons, she made tools.
Mom doesn't like the smell
And
of
I
my
probably
vape.
use
Oh,
it
no,
a
it's
thousand
terrible.
times.
At least it doesn't sound like
Chopping
grandma.
apples.
That's
and
true.
whipping wood before I ever needed it to
You want some, you
defend
listen.
myself.
Yep, for real. For
But keep it
real.
sharp. Keep it clean so that if I ever did need it, it'd be ready. The tool, though.
So he should have kept that. Matt should have just been a little more selfish and kept that dagger.
The life of someone that I loved. And she thought that'd probably be you. She seemed to think if you ever got into
Wait,
any
why do you
trouble,
say you should have kept it?
it'd probably be my fault.
You'll find out in about 5 minutes.
Although to be
I mean, I remember him touching something
can't see how
and
anyone could
everything.
reasonably blame me for any of this.
You'll find out in about 5 minutes. You'll remember in about 5 minutes. Absolutely, 100%.
The girls are gonna be fine. My parents will be over at yours, checking on them. Rand's and Egwene's too.
Ooh, can you scratch?
I guess.
The amount of times I do it for you.
Shh. Not a competition. Not really. I'm gonna be able to type with nails like yours. Hey Rick, how's it going?
Howdy. Okay, that's good.
My turn.
You know what I mean?
Thank you. I am grateful you have longer nails though, because it feels really good when you scratch my back. Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Gracias, you're amazing. Don't. It's hotter than Hades out, isn't it, Rick?
Does he live here?
He lives in this area, yeah.
Imagine having no AC in your car. You should start a GoFundMe for myself.
You do that.
Like his AC unit.
See? Do you remember now?
I remember.
The time when we fell in love? Do you remember the time when we first met? You don't know that song?
No.
Wow. I'm
I want to say, well, the first time we met, I definitely don't.
You don't remember
that.
He should have kept the dagger that he gave to Perrin.
And he fucked up.
Oh, I'm really glad Grandma's not in here. She would have had a very, very, very difficult time. Bye, Bella. Bye, Bella.
Where are we?
She is pissed off. He is not happy right now.
Let's get out of there.
I'll find you.
So last of the Mohicans right there. If you get it, you get it.
Which way? I don't know. Here, come on.
Girl. This black thing chasing them is called Mashadar in the book. And in the books, it's a fog. It's not like a... It almost looks like creepers, like vines.
Hoist me up. Why don't you hoist me up? Come on. Ow. Hurry. Hurry. Hurry.
Rutro Gorge.
Run, come on. Now. Run.
Oh, I'd be terrified to jump down
Where
there.
to go?
You ready?
No, not ready. Not ready. Not ready at all.
Let's go. Oh, we can't leave without them. Pretty sure we can.
They literally made a canoe on a log. Just about over for this week.
Sad.
Don't want to miss this part.
If you don't take me to them right now, I'll slit your throat.
Let's go, Nynaeve. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. Okay, so that's gonna do it for this week for us. Hold, please. I gotta figure out how to stop the exit watch party. There we go. Oh, look, there we are. Wow, in all of our splendor. Anyway, yeah, so this is going to be it for this week. Next week, we are going to be watching 2 episodes because we have 6 episodes to get through before season 2 airs on September 1st.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. So what's going to end up happening is I'm going to, watch the second season episodes offline first, and then we will watch them together the same weekend it gets released, as long as Amazon lets us have rights to watch it through Twitch. So if we can, then we'll keep doing this all through season 2 every week when the show comes out. But I'm not going to do like the first time I watch it be on here, because I want to be like wholly invested into watching the show for the first time. So, and then there's going to be like all of the stuff that I missed the first time I see it. I'll be like, oh my God, how did I miss that? What are we doing? This is amazing. So anyway, yes. So we'll be back next week. I might start an hour earlier, maybe.
Depends.
Okay. We'll see. I'll post the times on Twitter and TikTok this week. Anyway.
Don't put me on the spot like that.
Sorry. Is there anything you want to say? Who's your favorite character right now, Becca? Of everybody? I know you've seen the whole show, but like who's your favorite? Like right now, if you were watching it for the first time, who would your favorite character be?
My husband. Just kidding. Maureen, for sure.
Okay. And just to clarify, who is your husband?
Rand.
Okay. Just checking. Okay. My favorite's definitely Nynaeve. Nynaeve, the actress who plays her.
Yes, but if you're talking about as of this episode, she just came back.
I don't care. She just came back and she put a blade to Lan's neck and was like, "If you don't take me to my friends right now, I will slit your throat."
You're putting future episodes in that category.
Okay, then probably I'd have to go with Lan, honestly.
Really?
Oh yeah. He's Gen X. He's Gen X eye candy. I'm not gonna lie. He's Gen X eye candy. So anyway, that being said, we are gonna call it for the day. I will be over on YouTube in a couple of hours to be on Tavern Talk, which is a spoiler-filled Wheel of Time podcast show. Tonight we're going to be talking about the souls of the people in the Wheel of Time and kind of like how I guess for lack of a better term, reincarnation in the Wheel of Time, about people whose souls are, reborn as time goes on. So, because everybody's soul is reused, right, in the Wheel of Time. That's the entire purpose or the entire basis of the, I don't want to use theology of the books, but that's pretty much where everybody comes from. So we're going to be deep diving into that tonight. It should be a pretty interesting conversation. That'll be at 6:00. You can check out my socials. I have a link to the Way of the Leaf YouTube channel if you if you've read the books and you don't mind spoilers. And then I was going to be streaming Baldur's Gate 3 tonight with my friend Tom, but he's feeling a little under the weather, so he will not be joining me tonight. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. We'll see. Who knows? It's up in the air. It might just be Fortnite and Overwatch. Actually, it might be Apex.
Oh,
Apex. Oh, we'll see how spicy I'm feeling. Anyway, have a great afternoon, everybody, and we will be talking to you next week at this time. Bye. Oh, you just activated the camera, so I got this new webcam. What did you do? It's just an AI webcam. It's amazing. Oh my God, it's looking at my work desk is over there now. Okay. Anyway, bye guys. We'll see you later. Bye.
You have to put your hand this way.
No. Bye.